Well, hello. How's it going? Hey, we had a live today with Jordan Bellinger, but unfortunately things happen and we have to shift and make little changes in our life. I still want to bring the bubble bust or boom l- part of this here because I've been getting a lot of questions from different clients. Are we at that point where we're going to start seeing we're going to be in a bubble? And I don't actually see that. I see the fact that we are not anywhere close to where we were in 2008. So I kind of want to go over three different things why I see that we're not where people think we are. And let me make this a little bit bigger. That make me smaller. All right. So the number one thing I want to talk about today is the housing market isn't driven by the risky loans that we were doing back in 2006. Basically, back then, I mean, it was 100% financing. People would at 80% first and then 20% second. And those were very risky loans. And if you look at the originations during that period of time with FICO scores, you can see that in 2006, 378 billion of the loans that were done in 2006 were with very low FICO scores, where today only 74 billion, which is a very small minute. If you look at most of the loans we have done in the last year has have a 720 or higher FICO score. So we don't have the risky loans or individuals who can't afford the houses like they did back then. It was a whole period of FOMO, as we know the term these days, fear of missing out. So people were jumping on the bandwagon, just trying to get into homes at any cost, and it didn't really matter. So that's the one thing I wanted to go over was that part. The second part I want to go over, and even Dr. Frank, this guy was the guy who called the bubble back then. He's saying that he does not see the same thing now. Also, back in that same time, homeowners were using their homes as ATMs. They would go and values went up so much that they were taking that out, buying jet skis, buying boats, buying different things. I'm not saying people aren't doing that now, but the percentage of people doing it is so much smaller than it was during that period of time. So I have a chart here that shows you of all the cash out refinances in or I should say all the mortgages in 2006, 89% of them were cash out refinances, not purchases, not anything else, but just refinances as a percentage of all mortgages. That's huge. Where today, when we're doing mortgages and stuff and rate and term refinances, basically it's only 38% of it in 2020. So these are huge numbers to see that we are not going to be going into a bubble. And right now, the main reason that we're there is it is a supply and demand issue. That means we have a very limited supply and still a ton of demand. And I know I brought up this chart before, and I'm going to make it really large so you can see it. But that is the reason that we're in this issue. If you look at 1970, 79, we did 11 million homes. 9.8 million homes in the 80s, 10 million, 0.7 in the 90s, 2000 to 2009, we did 12.6 million. And in 2010 to 2019, we only did 6.5 million. And that is the reason we are behind. They're saying we're anywhere from 5.5 million to 3.9 million, depending on who's talking and who's thinks that they know better. I don't really care what the number is. I know that we need to build 1.5 million homes a year and another 750,000 on top of that for the next 10 years. And then we can get caught up. So this is basically what I wanted to go into regarding this. The main driver reason that we're not in a actual bubble, a bust, we're in a boom, and it's going to continue this way for a very long time. And that's not just me saying it. Bill McBride, the author of the Calculated Risk Blog, he actually was, I'm sorry, the first guy wasn't the one he's the one that actually called the market in 2005 and thought that it was going to go down, and he was right. And today he does not see that. I don't see that. Other experts, I can get a whole bunch of them up here talk about it. They don't see it, and I don't see it. So basically what you're looking at is we are in a boom going forward for the next few years, and they're probably talking the next 5 to 10 years minimally we're in this boom. So, and I know a lot of buyers are getting burnt out on buying, looking, shopping, but don't do that. You need to still, because I mean, the record price appreciation, extremely low inventory, all that stuff is causing buyers to have fatigue, and we need to keep those buyers in the market. We need to let them know that a lot of people are going to slow down right now during this period of time, and you need to stay in. Let other people drop out and you stay in because a lot of people, when I was in San Diego this last week, I was watching a lot of stuff. I went to a lot of different places, and they were saying they were telling their buyers to hold off until the winter time, and then because there should be more inventory at that time. And that's great. Let those buyers hold off, and you should keep going. You should keep shopping. And if you need any help with that, you can always direct message me. But again, thank you for letting me take a little bit of your time today. I just wanted to get this live out because I thought it was very important to know the differences. And again, thanks a lot. And thanks for listening. And everybody have a great day.